आशिल्लो गोवा टुरिझम बोर्डाची मीटिंग and for that particular meeting today is the fourth meeting of the Goa Tourism Board and yeah meeting which was chaired by the Honorable Chief Minister along with me as a co-chairman and our GDC chairman Bab Ganesh Gaonkar in presence of Chief Secretary Bab Puneet Goyal, Secretary Bab Sanjay Ahuja ji, Director Bab Sunil, MD of Goa Tourism Development Corporation Bab Brijesh Manerkar and all the people from the trade who have been equal stakeholders in the Goa Tourism Board. एक important matter, there are a lot of issues by the statute that as a recommendatory body, the meetings need to be held routinely for which we have held today. First and foremost, other than confirmation of the meetings and ratifying the minutes of the meetings taken under various ECs, we have roughly about 4 empowered committees. एक for new tourism service, एक for land and infrastructure, एक for marketing and PR, and 4th for legislation. So ये 4 आमचे जो meetings झाल्या जवळ roughly we have spent about close to about roughly about 270 hours have been spent on various meetings, and those minutes were ratified by this particular board. Today, as per the statute of the board, the vice chairman of the Goa Tourism Board had to be appointed. So the industry has given the name of Advocate Francis Braganza, which was decided and approved by the board as the vice chairman of the Goa Tourism Board. Recruitment of Goa Tourism Board for the functioning as a body itself, we need people and personnel to do. Along with the Chief Minister, we have discussed this so that in this particular part, for normal functioning, department functions, GTDC being a SPV functions. But Goa Tourism Board, although we have the whole expertise and the domain to move, we need manpower. For that manpower has been taken up with the government. Today it has been taken up with the board under the Chief Minister and asked for expedition. Unity Mall has been a subjective matter of the vision carried by our Honorable Prime Minister, and Invest India in the country are trying to move it fast. Our Secretary Tourism and Director Tourism have been moving fast on this particular concept. Land identification करून रोखडोच Unity Mall घालप, where closely about a project close to 100 crores under Unity Mall will be given from the center, for which will have products from every state plus आमचे one district one product ODOP and various more things can be put in, which can be quite a tourist attraction. We have proposed a world class. The board has proposed a world class oceanarium under center funds, for which the letter to the Prime Minister has to be given through the Honorable CM has already been moved, and the land which has to be identified at Kutal, which will also have amenities for all air-related tourism, is also being proposed and passed to this board today. Beach surveillance project, आम्ही safety of the project करता असताना beach surveillance has become one of the major factors which has been to give that message of clean and safe beaches. Safety issues खातीर surveillance खातीर Nirbhaya projects जे आसा at the center. Talking to the center, we are trying to take help that under this particular part, we will be able to support the idea of getting the surveillance right. Mopa Airport, Etakar, we have opened a channel for new flights to come. We have been traveling to Dubai, Portugal, and everybody trying to attract more tourism, high quality tourism, and the quality tourism etle, jala we need new flights coming in, new flights to Goa, because charter business, although we say, is a business which has been a balanced business. If we need to get quality more over quantity, we need to start reworking on the new plan along with the board that they have recommended. And tatun open sky or point of call or things which can give added seats are required to be brought into Goa. Union Minister Civil Aviation and पहिले 26% aviation fuel आसा ते पहिले कमी करपाक लायले. Honorable CM and ताजे प्रमाणे 8% fuel aviation fuelaचे tax हाडलो. आता numbers of flights going up needs to go up. And ताजे खातीर Union Minister Civil Aviation कडेन उलोवन हो मुद्दो sort out करपाक jointly along with CM, we are looking forward to meeting the Union Minister Civil Aviation to get this issue sorted. So internationally and domestically, mostly internationally, we are able to connect more emerging markets. As Goa Tourism Board did not have a project management unit, already tenders are, so PMU coming in place will allow the board to get advised in terms of the master plan, revisiting that, talking to the members of the industry and moving things ahead. As far as tourism infrastructure projects which were under various schemes of tourism, whether it is Swadesh Darshan 2.0, Prashad scheme, Mini Prashad scheme, we are already spoken today, discussed how to take it ahead. Sagarmala program, under Sagarmala scheme we are getting funds under Sagarmala from the center again, which we should thank the Ministry of Ports, our own Sripad Bau, Very importantly, our Union Minister for Tourism, Kishan Reddy ji, and our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, and along with our Chief Minister, whom we are trying to move this. Our director has had a video conferencing with the Sagarmala personnel, and we are trying to ensure that cruise tourism or passenger tourism through water, which is there everywhere, other projects which can be done. One is procurement policy, and second one is in terms of creating infrastructure which is required under Sagarmala, is expedited to move it. Digital nomad visa has been discussed here, which is a part of tech tourism promotion. आणि digital nomad visa करपाक एक्सटर्नल मिनिस्ट्री कडे उलोवपाक मुख्यमंत्र्याचो परत हेल्प जावन करचे पडटले ते आमी हांगा डिस्कस केला. आणि if this particular opens, digital nomad visa will give a new opening to homestays, to tech tourism, and to overall the economy and employment, especially economy in the rural belt. Coming to tourism security force, this issue has been discussed for last 1.5 years. Because of less of people of police, we have had challenges on the beach, off the beach, in touristic locations. Illegal touting, the safety of the people on the beach. Police has been the major part which has to a role to play. So we are today putting it across whether the Honorable CMS will be calling for a meeting soon to close this issue before the season starts, so that we have enough people on the beach belt to have policing done in these particular areas. We are talking about Government of Dubai and Government of Goa exploring economic opportunities and MOU being in place. That was discussed in today's meeting. आम्ही परशुराम स्टॅच्यूचे आज ऑलरेडी पणजी आयला, पण एक a very iconic structure of the bow and arrow which we have been discussing in the past, especially in Mandre or Arambol area. Digital nomad visa has been discussed here, which is a part of tech tourism promotion. आणि digital nomad visa करपाक एक्सटर्नल मिनिस्ट्री कडे उलोवपाक मुख्यमंत्र्याचो परत हेल्प जावन करचे पडटले ते आमी हांगा डिस्कस केला. आणि if this particular opens, digital nomad visa will give a new opening to homestays, to tech tourism, and to overall the economy and employment, especially economy in the rural belt. Coming to tourism security force, this issue has been discussed for last 1.5 years. Because of less of people of police, we have had challenges on the beach, off the beach, in touristic locations. Illegal touting, the safety of the people on the beach. Police has been the major part which has to a role to play. So we are today putting it across whether the Honorable CMS will be calling for a meeting soon to close this issue before the season starts, so that we have enough people on the beach belt to have policing done in these particular areas. We are talking about Government of Dubai and Government of Goa exploring economic opportunities and MOU being in place. That was discussed in today's meeting. आम्ही परशुराम स्टॅच्यूचे आज ऑलरेडी पणजी आयला, पण एक a very iconic structure of the bow and arrow which we have been discussing in the past, especially in Mandre or Arambol area. That was discussed today. So that becomes a very iconic structure which can give a lot of economic and revenue opportunities and employment opportunities to the state of Goa, is something which we are talking today. New Goa tourism becomes the main backbone of the whole economy. But as per in tourism, legislation was not in place. Nalsar Sarkari agency given, we have already put the act in place. We have stitched it together. Now with the Goa tourism board, the next thing is to move it for cabinet and ensure that the act comes in force in the forthcoming assembly session. Other issues which were related to the today's agenda was the homestay, informative purpose, the homestay policy, the caravan policy, the heritage policy, homes policy was being discussed, and these three policies will find the light of the day very soon. Eco-tourism, Chief Minister was of the opinion that to build up the story around eco-tourism and rural tourism, agro-eco-tourism has to come in place. Today we had invited ICAR to come and present themselves in terms of talking about how the agro-tourism, eco-tourism needs to come in. Secretary Tourism is the chairman of Empowered Committee of all policy and legislation, and ताजे खातीर homestay, caravan, heritage and eco-tourism. We are ensuring that in the next 1.5 months, all 4 policies come in place, which will take help when we say Goa beyond beaches. Zaल्यार rural tourism आमी कितें करता, that this will be a part which will play in ensuring a circuit around rural tourism. New tourism services yocho patta. There are a lot of people who have signed MOUs in the past, but have not today till they started their services. It might be the amphibian, it might be many other services which they have signed agreements. So I think Goa Tourism Development Corporation has already reviewed it, We have also floated a new expression to understand and ensure that we need more services, whether it's skydiving, other people in place, which will allow people to come and spend and take. कित्याक गोंया समज आमी क्वालिटी म्हणटा सर्विसीज त्या लेवलाचेर न्यू टुरिझम हाडच्यो पडटल्यो and that is what we have moved. Convention center at Rohan Deore, which is there, and also the hospitality and skill development academy for imparting professional and vocational training to the youth. These both projects were discussed. One is in Farmagudi, one is in Tanjim हांगा आमच्या पर्यटन गोवाच्या देगेक. हे दोन्ही प्रोजेक्ट्स फुडें व्हरपाक कितें जाय, ऑपरेशनल करपाक कितें जाय, what are the challenges that have been put forth. I think decisions on this also will be taken very soon. IT initiatives, especially initiatives to make techno savvy, ease of doing business केले. But beach vigil app, what is the next thing? Like before season, we are today talking beach vigil app, and we want to ensure that even the public is able to participate. पहिली director of tourism, shack operators, lifeguarding, and beach cleaning agency was involved. Now, public interface also will start for the forthcoming season, which will allow us to get a very integrated model as far as the beach vigil app was concerned. Goa Taxi, बाकीचे सगळे apps also have been discussed so that we are able to formulate and start fast. Integrated beach management कशें करपाक जाय has also been discussed in this particular part. Safe and clean beaches दिता आसतना safety पळोवची. So lifeguarding, beach cleaning, surveillance, all things have been taken into account, and we need to ensure that this comes out ready before the season starts. Season of the beach starts. Shack policy, we have had representation of the Shack Owners Association who have come and told about their what is their wish list that has been given to us today as far as the board is concerned. The Secretary Tourism who has the chairman of the Empowered Committee for Policy Making is already taking inputs. Maybe we will try and ensure that the Shack policy comes much before in time. We only need to ensure that we get the right information from all the people. एक shack owners आसा, इल्ले unemployed आसा, unemployed जे विशीं who are also traditionally involved, तांचे आसा. So a lot of inputs have been coming. So I think we will have a balanced shack policy very clearly for Goa and Goans who are traditionally operating these shacks, not meant for anybody who are coming suit boot, because there are a lot of sometimes discussions. He can't really suit boot घालून येता, काळो कोट, धवो कोट has been discussed. So here I am on record saying that it is only for Goans. And B, समज कोण काळे कोट, धव्या कोटाक दितले, सबलेटिंग करतले, जाल्यार that we will ensure that strict action will be taken as per the new policy. All will be documented as the new policy comes in place. Water sports issues which were their operations. Last time the CM has chaired the meeting along with all the stakeholders and the coastal MLAs also inputs were taken. And they were of the opinion that they will have their own system in place within 15 days or 1 month. Honorable CM said, "Don't महिने we will not do anything. Let them do it. तांचेकडे जायना आमी करूया." Already season is over. We have not got any inputs from them, so we will be chairing one more meeting, taking the stakeholders and coastal MLAs, discussing with them what initiatives they have taken. Otherwise, government intervention जावन regulated water sports जावपाची गरज आसा coming in place. Today we had invited ICAR to come and present themselves in terms of talking about how the agro-tourism, eco-tourism needs to come in. Secretary Tourism is the chairman of Empowered Committee of all policy and legislation, and ताजे खातीर homestay, caravan, heritage, and eco-tourism. We are ensuring that in the next 1.5 months, all 4 policies come in place, which will take help. When we say Goa beyond beaches, जाल्यार rural tourism आमी कितें करता, जाल्यार this will be a part which will play in ensuring a circuit around rural tourism. New tourism services घेवच्यो पडटा. There are a lot of people who have signed MOUs in the past, but have not today till date started their services. It might be the amphibian, it might be many other services which they have signed agreements. So I think Goa Tourism Development Corporation has already reviewed it. We have also floated a new expression to understand and ensure that we need more services, whether it's skydiving, other people in place, which will allow people to come and spend and take. कित्याक गोंया समज आमी क्वालिटी म्हणटा सर्विसीज त्या लेवलाचेर न्यू टुरिझम हाडच्यो पडटल्यो, and that is what we have moved. Convention center at Rohan Deore, which is there, and also the hospitality and skill development academy for imparting professional and vocational training to the youth. These both projects were discussed. One is in Farmagudi, one is in Tanjim हांगा आमच्या पर्यटन गोवाच्या देगेक. हे दोन्ही प्रोजेक्ट्स फुडें व्हरपाक कितें जाय, ऑपरेशनल करपाक कितें जाय, what are the challenges that have been put forth. I think decisions on this also will be taken very soon. IT initiatives, especially initiatives to make techno savvy, ease of doing business केले. But beach vigil app, what is the next thing? Like before season, we are today talking beach vigil app, and we want to ensure that even the public is able to participate. पहिली director of tourism, shack operators, lifeguarding, and beach cleaning agency was involved. Now public interface also will start for the forthcoming season, which will allow us to get a very integrated model as far as the beach vigil app was concerned. Goa Taxi, बाकीचे सगळे apps also have been discussed so that we are able to formulate and start fast. Integrated beach management कशें करपाक जाय has also been discussed in this particular part. Safe and clean beaches दिता आसतना safety पळोवची. So lifeguarding, beach cleaning, surveillance, all things have been taken into account, and we need to ensure that this comes out ready before the season starts. Season of the beach starts. Shack policy, we have had representation of the Shack Owners Association who have come and told about their what is their wish list that has been given to us today as far as the board is concerned. The Secretary of Tourism, who has the chairman of the Empowered Committee for policy making, is already taking inputs. Maybe we will try and ensure that the Shack policy comes much before in time. We only need to ensure that we get the right information from all the people. एक shack owners असा, इल्ले unemployed असा, unemployed जे विषय who are also traditionally involved, तांचे असा. So a lot of inputs have been coming. So I think we will have a balanced shack policy very clearly for Goa and Goans who are traditionally operating these shacks, not meant for anybody who are coming suit boot, because there are a lot of sometimes discussions. Equally suit boot, Galuneta, Karo coat, Dawa coat has been discussed. So here I am on record saying that it is only for Goans. And B, समज कोण काळे कोट धव्या कोटाक दितले सबलेटिंग करतले जाल्यार that we will ensure that strict action will be taken as per the new policy. All will be documented as the new policy comes in place. Water sports issues which were their operations. Last time the CM has chaired the meeting along with all the stakeholders and the coastal MLAs also inputs were taken. And they were of the opinion that they will have their own system in place within 15 days or 1 month. Honorable CM said, "Don't mene, we will not do anything. Let them do it. तांचेकडे जायना आम्ही करूया म्हणून." Already season is over. We have not got any inputs from them, so we will be chairing one more meeting, taking the stakeholders and coastal MLAs, discussing with them what initiatives they have taken. Otherwise, government intervention जाऊन regulated water sports जावपाची गरज आसा, and that importantly is the support from the industry stakeholders is required. That we have to realize the long vision plan of the government and Goa. That if we need to survive and do good business, we have to have regulations. Social media is giving a lot of brunt on Goa, and we need to ensure regulations come in place. And with the inclusive approach, again, water sports is only traditionally for Goan and not for white coat, kare coat. If somebody wants to make a issue post this press, I'm putting it in perspective. Calendar events of participation of Goa tourism and international events, domestic events and festivals for 2023 and 24 were decided today, where we are going to participate, in which road shows, which markets we want to tap. Either one is we have been conventionally dependent on two markets, Russia and UK, and we have said in the past that we need to start looking at emerging markets based on the inputs from the industry. And there are also suggestions coming in. Today we are stitching across the whole international events plan, domestic plans and festivals for 2023-24. Tourism security force has already been discussed. Ironman 70.3, I mean last year Goan hadillo, and we had given them a first year try, and then next 5 years whether we will be able to do it. So now today we have approved that Goa Ironman 70.3 will be an annual event for the next 5 years. Demarcation, yani जे आमचे बीच बेल्टार आसा, on the encroachments, if you have seen, तुमच्या प्रेसाच्या माध्यमांतल्यान, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडियाच्या माध्यमांतल्यान खूपशे inputs आयले, where we have seen that the coastline is eroding. At the same time, there are a lot of encroachments on the tourism on the beach. At the same time, the court also is coming heavily on encroachment on our structures. So one side, we need to ensure that the beaches are available for people to walk and enjoy to what Goa is known for. Although we move for Goa beyond beaches, we need to ensure that our beaches here are operational for the tourists in the right manner, what they come for and what they expect from Goa. ताज्या खातीर demarcation process complete केल्लो आसा, encroachment areas mark केल्ले आसा. The further course will be discussed, and accordingly we will ensure that strict action is taken on the encroachments which have come on the beach. Here various issues have been discussed in today's meeting as far as the fourth GTB board was concerned. Members, if anybody would like to share any inputs or you have any questions, can ask.